welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I am grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. So when you come into this live stream, give me a Fonzie, either by double tapping the screen or just simply hitting a thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you know when I go live or when I post videos. Just giving everybody a heads up. Probably sometime this week I will be going live and doing readings. So I will just pay attention. Make sure you have that little bell hit so that you don't miss it. All right. I have a lot of things going on behind the scenes, so I'm sorry I haven't been able to do it sooner. All right. Just an FYI out there. So today is a Sunday, July 19th. So we have 7 and a 19 adds up to a 10, which is a 1 in the energetic year of 1. So 711 adds up to a 9, mastering a lesson with the number 11. What kind of a lesson? A soul lesson. All right. So for some reason, somebody's life is a bit of a mess because I just dropped a whole bunch of cards. Oh, yep. They literally went flying. So let me make sure I got them all and it didn't go underneath the stand here. I don't think they did. So we are good. And if they did, we'll find it later. Alrighty. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is who this is for. So, So you are in solitude right now. You are the only one in your boat. You're not in a relationship with anybody. You don't have no friends, no family, nobody around you who is in this boat with you. When we are in solitude, we are being protected. All right. So air signs, I feel like that's your opening message. You may be in solitude. That's because you are being divinely protected. I feel like the reason why you're being divinely protected is because, and we got the cave energy coming through, which if you watched the Divine Feminine readings on Friday, we had, I don't know if it was you, air signs, but one of the readings talked about somebody being in a cave and mirroring their light out into the world, right? So you could be in solitude, definitely 100% in solitude, but you're being protected while you're in solitude because you could be still completing your dark night of the soul, air signs. So we have fulfillment. So you have a peach on there and leadership. So you're definitely being divinely guided because there's a star there. When I see a star like that, I think of the Jesus story when it talks about the day he was born and how these 3 wise men followed the star in the sky that it guided him to Jesus. They took him myrrh, frankincense, and gold. All right. That was Jesus's gifts. So when I see this card and I see that star, that I think of, that's what it reminds me of. All right. So air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Your ancestors want you to know something about peaches. Latent peach tree. When I think about peaches, I think about the sacral chakra. Some of you may need to eat some peaches. I actually got some, and I'm going to probably munch on one after this video, all right? So you see the moon in the background, too, there, air signs. So something about the moon's energy. The peach tree blooms early, and because of this, it is often a symbol of spring and the renewal of life. It is also the Chinese symbol of happy marriage and fertility. In some traditions, it stands for immortality. Ripe peaches are potent fertility. I don't know what that word is. Fecundity and great fulfillment. In Korean traditions, the peach represents happiness, riches, honor, and longevity. In the Renaissance, peaches represented the heart and love, speaking the truth from one's heart. So, air signs, your spirit guides want you to know that fulfillment is at hand. No matter what is occurring in your life, put your attention on what is splendid, pleasurable, and luscious. Find bliss in the moment. Love fully, deeply, without hesitation. Cherish your friendships. Fill your life with people and experiences and places that give you delight. Let go of people and things that don't feel empowering and that drag your energy down. And I feel like air signs, that's what you're doing. Letting go of people and things that don't feel empowering and that drag your energy down or block your flow. So, something about the sun and the moon. Look at the differences in the moon shining bright. You no longer need to put the needs of others ahead of your own needs. If you had a health issue, a ripe peach represents a return of better health. Savor your life with gusto and with grace. Experience and embrace life in all its permutations. If you want to conceive a baby or a new project or start a new relationship, this card is an excellent omen for a great outcome. So, for some of you, that may be the case. Maybe it is the birth of a new baby, a conception of a new baby, whether you're conceiving it or it's somebody in your, like your kids or a family member. Or maybe it's the conception of a new project, a new idea, or even the start of a new relationship for my singles out there. But this is a great omen with the peach for a positive outcome. So give me some Fonzies if you're here watching. Thank you. Give me some Fonzies and let me know that you are resonating with this message. And if you're a hater, thank you for watching. I appreciate your view. So, leaderships. What did I say about the North Star? You're in your North Node here, air signs. In Western culture, we wish upon a star because the star represents all that is illuminating and enchanting. They symbolize aspiration, illumination, inspiration, imagination, and wonder. Native people used the stars to find their way in the night. The North Star was often used as a kind of compass to make sure one was getting in the right direction. The North Star symbolizes direction and guidance. It's a guiding light for those who can't find their way. It's one of the brightest stars in the constellation. So I am talking to an air sign who is in their North Node, and they're being divinely guided. What are they being divinely guided towards? A new project, a new relationship, the birth of something new in their life. When you're in your North Node represents the lessons that we learn for our spiritual growth. It also talks about the goals that we are striving to reach. It talks about your spiritual journey. All right. So, for those of you who don't know, give me some Fonzies there, air signs. I'd greatly appreciate it. So, your ancestors want you to know, earth signs, just as the North Star is a beacon for travelers in the dark of the night, you're a beacon for others. So, you're still going through that dark night of the soul. You may still have something that needs work on. If you look at the bottom of this card, does that look like a horse? Something about horses. Horses represent freedom, by the way. So, we're still going. You have traveled through the dark night of the soul. You are being guided because you going through the dark night of the soul. It'll be a beacon for others through their dark night of the soul. Okay, I see you still watching. Can you at least give me a thumbs up? All right. Um, it's time to step into the light and take your leadership role. You are a teacher, steward, guardian, and healer, a true leader. Own these gifts. Come into the light. Don't hold back. Let the world see your light. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve and act as stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. If you've been hiding in the background, it's time to break out and become the light for others. Through this, your star shines brighter. So, for some of you, you are a star seed. My air signs, you are a star seed. You have a polar bear on this card, and you have a horse way down, teeny tiny down here. So a horse and a polar bear could very well be your spirit animals this week. All right. So yes, I feel like for some air signs, you definitely have left go of old relationships. You've freed your still small self from relationships that no longer serve you, the ones who don't serve you, by going through this dark night of the soul. Um, And I feel like Spirit is telling you it's time to come out of that cave. It's time to come out of the cave and shine your light. You are meant to be a beacon, a light for others. All right, so let's pull a chakra star, see what chakra wants to come out here for the element of air, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Oh, beautiful. The heart chakra. It's open. So the heart chakra is the air chakra. The air chakra, when it's balanced and open, is giving and receiving. So giving love and receiving it back by guiding people through their own period of darkness here, air signs, and an air chakra. So this is definitely about you. So I also see the energy of 4 as being divinely protected. I also see the energy of 4 as a building, a block that you're putting in that foundation of what you are building up to. All right. So let's go ahead and pull a lesson for the element of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Relationships. What did I say about that? Relationships. I started off with that. Being in that boat all alone, in that ship. And feeling secure being alone. So somebody may have had to work on some codependency. Being codependent is a form of, something that you need to learn about. Because a lot of people, going through the dark night of the soul, you learn why you went through that codependency. Why are you so codependent on other people? Why do you attract codependent people to you, right? So a lesson about relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So you are learning the lesson of why you are attracting people to you. What relationships, the kind of relationship that you attract to you. So a lot of you have attracted adversaries, challenging relationships, failed relationships. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So a lot of you, and that's what this talks about, right? Remember I just said about codependency, relationships, letting go of the ones that no longer serve you, understanding why you've attracted these kind of relationships to you, right? Because that's what it talks about, attracting people. All right. Because that's what the heart does. It attracts, giving and receiving. Air signs, and that's the air chakra. So the tan color is like the earth star chakra that is mixed with a whole bunch of water. Like it's not dark brown, it's mixed with a whole bunch of water, right? A whole bunch of water is the color. So let's keep going with some wisdom for the element of air. What is some wisdom with the fulfillment card? Wisdom with the fulfillment card, please and thank you, Spirit. Creation. You're definitely creating something. That's the crown chakra. And we got somebody who's very insecure. So there could be some sort of an attachment attached to somebody's solar plexus. You can see this person their heart is blocked off, but you can also see that there is light emanating from somebody's heart. You definitely have somebody who has some sort of an attachment to their peach. This is root chakra energy. Somebody could have attached, somebody could have gotten in a relationship that attached something to their solar plexus chakra that has been draining them. And they've been using this solar plexus energy for their own creation. This is crown chakra energy. So somebody could have been using somebody's power, their free will, their power source, their life force energy to create something here within the reality, within the root, within the earth, right? I feel like we have an ancestor coming through here. See the tree? Something about the ancestor, Native American ancestor. So this could also be talking about an ancestor who, for some of you, are breaking generational curses. An ancestor could have manifested a entity and attached to your solar plexus. For some of you here, because this talks about a child, right? The birth of a child. So for some of you are here to break generational curses. And that's what you're realizing. And that's why you're in your North Node. You're realizing why you attract some of these people to you. These negative vibrational individuals. The ones who are demonic. The ones who have attachments to themselves. Some of you have the capability to see them. Let me put that card up there. Look at how he's smiling. Right? With the root chakra. You're here. You were born to do this. This is what you were. This is your spiritual journey. This is what you were born. You were born to do. Was to break these generational curses that your ancestors created. When it comes to maybe purity, one of the 7 deadly sins, right? Greed, envy, sloth, gluttony, lust. Greed, envy, sloth, pride, right? Greed, envy, sloth, gluttony, pride, wrath, lust. 7 deadly sins. Or something else. So you went through the dark night of the soul. Look, the cave. So this is definitely ancestral. See, it looks like there's a fire burning in that cave. So somebody could have did some sort of a ritual through your ancestor that opened up something generations ago. And you are here to break it, to break that cycle. All right, leadership, wisdom. Yeah, victim. See, something about being divinely protected. The North Node, passion, the sacral chakra. So now give me some wisdom on the heart space. Give me some wisdom on the heart space open. Service. You're meant to be of service to other people. Right? And that's what the leadership card talks about. Being of service to other people. To guide other people on to break these generational curses. So you are meant to lead people through this darkness. And like, again, this could be an ancestor. Right? Ancestor on her deathbed. See the two people here in spirit form? This is definitely somebody's ancestors coming through nice and strong here, air signs. So you may have had somebody who tried to trick you out of something. This is also somebody who likes to play the victim of the victim. So you truly could be the victim of an ancestor curse that they did from generations ago here on earth. You can also be a victim of CSA with the passion card here. Look, there's another person in an older generation. You could be a victim of CSA. That may be why you've experienced the trauma you've experienced. For somebody out there that'll resonate, right? All right, relationships, the wisdom of this lesson in relationships. For some of you, you may be like me, celibate, perseverance. Another sacral chakra card. So, enlightenment. So you're definitely getting enlightenment from the gods. And this little inner child, or your own child, or I think it's you as a child, have called upon the gods and asked them, right? How do I let go of this fear? How do I let go of this insecurity? And the gods come back and say, you need to trust, right? You need to trust and have faith. I will read that card if you want. And we have instinct. So you definitely had somebody who was two-faced around you with the crown chakra, who maybe tried to God over your life, right? By trying to paint a picture. Air signs. So in fulfillment. So remember, the fulfillment card talks about you are the threshold of a new beginning. You're in a threshold of freeing yourself, purifying yourself. See the horse? Purify yourself. Purifying that peach. Birth, rebirth. So the ancestors want you to know, I will guide you to your muse. So they're guiding you here. Your ancestors are guiding you. Remember, that's what this card talks about, being divinely guided by that North Star. So your ancestors are walking with you in your North Node on your journey. Right? They're walking with you. So you could be connecting in the crown chakra. They could be sending you messages down to your crown chakra. Like you could be literally hearing them, right? Anytime before history, she shaman walked the earth, bestowing artistic talents on a select few. One day she rests under a birch tree. Hey, says Birch, I want my muse too. Birch entertained She Shaman for a long time, singing and telling tales. She Shaman smiles. My great friend, you have had your art all along. She vows that from then on, she will give everyone their own gift. To this day, She Shaman has never left us. We see her inside every creative work. And that's what this talks about, a creative project. Your path is an artistic one. Express your love in a tangible art form. It's time to make decisions. Creative, muse, and magic. What did I say? Somebody did some sort of magic in your generation. I'm telling you, I felt it. Look, in caves, they did some sort of magic, a ritual. Ancestral, because we have a hieroglyphic there. Long time ago. I'm telling you. Opening to magic, lasting transformation, divine feminine, awakening creativity, finding your muse, and owning your gifts. I'm telling you. And they attached, like, I'm telling you, air signs, you are here to break generational curses. And that's the main message. That I'm telling you, I knew it, I felt it. You are here on earth. You may be battling, literally, battling demons. You could have people around you, oh, demons aren't real. The hell they ain't. Oh, but yes, they are. If you can believe in a God, you can believe in the other side too. Because there has to be that balance, right? So you had an ancestor from generations ago who did some sort of a magic ritual, who attached a demon to you. Or tried to, for some of you. When they pass away, I feel like it passed down to you. That resonates with me 100%. I've always thought that my mother, my biological mother, did something like that. I swear she did. And it's like coming through this reading combination. You could be finding out, is somebody like one of your grandparents, your parent, or somebody along them lines could be on their deathbed and be telling us. They could be literally, because sometimes when you're on your deathbed, you got to find repentance, or I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't know. Forgiveness. I don't know how to explain it, but you know, when people are on their deathbed, they have a tendency to spill their guts. They have a tendency to tell their deepest, darkest secrets. And I feel like that's what's happened here, or that is what's going to happen. So we have insecurity. Demon red rainbow. The greatest adversary is the one living inside me. And that's a lesson. Adversity. The greatest adversary is the one living inside me. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Bob is an inventor. Remember, fulfillment, inventing a project. Yet never finishes anything, always giving up on his projects, convinced they are useless. One day he finishes something and is elated until a demon appears, taunting him. The demon red rainbow is compromise of our greatest fears. In a dream, Bob discovers that he can distinguish between real and imagined fears. The demon red rainbow can no longer stop him from realizing his dreams. Miraculous changes lie ahead. Life always takes a turn for the better when we face our demons. Stay on course. You are being divinely guided. This is a hard lesson, because today's the energy of 9, a hard lesson. Trust that an ally will appear. The gift of adversity, right? And that's on the bottom of the deck. The gift of adversity is never given without the ability to overcome it. It's the best way to learn, right? The understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn. Right? It talks about giving up, failure. Do I listen to my fear? Right? And remember, enlightenment. Something about the fear. The little boy asked the gods, how do I overcome fear? Be courageous, face adversity, finding tremendous power within, undervaluing your contribution, freedom, bravery, and success. What did I say about the horse? Freedom. You're being freed from this red rainbow demon. Red rainbow, the rainbow represents your chakra system, right? Look where the attachment is in your solar plexus. Something about the heart space, right? And this is the root chakra. The crown, the demon in your head, right? Speaking to you is from an ancestor. They passed it down to you. All right, victim. The heart space. I am not a victim. I chose to do what I am doing. So you chose, air signs, you chose to come down here on earth to do this. To break this generational curse. Boy, was I dumb. All right. All right. So victim. Green Acorn is asked to star in a fable by Kelly the Green Dragon. He was promised top billing, but in the end, he says his best work never made the final edit. Now he doesn't even have a speaking part. He feels betrayed by Dragon. Relationships that betray you. Why you're like, this is a lesson. Why you keep attracting relationships that keep betraying you. Why do you keep attracting relationships that create adversity, challenges? But Green Acorn is not resentful. Being in the family landed him a job on display at a museum. He insists he is content, but we can see denial and the underlying anger. So somebody is angry. That could be why you got the crown chakra here. Somebody being angry. You could have an ancestor who is angry. You could be angry. You could have somebody around you that is angry, that you may have had a relationship with. You could have been angry since you were a child. Green Acorn indicates that being in denial be holding you back. To move forward, you must make honest assessment of your situation. Feeling blocked, blaming others, past resentment, deluding yourself, or potential for greatness. Crazy because I had a dream last night about my biological mother. And I yelled at her. She's dead, but the point is. So growth, breakthrough, and empowerment. So there is a breakthrough at hand. There is a potential for greatness, but you need to let go of something from the past that has created challenges in a particular relationship. Okay. So we're going to go to the solar plex or sacral chakra now, where we have passion, which is your sacral chakra. So the peach coming through here. I quietly sizzle and shine. The Princess of Amber spends the time volunteering. No person or task is beneath her. She loves her subjects and looks after them like a loyal servant. When the newspapers criticize her, her family begs her to behave more like royalty. She refuses. The people hold a free election, and to the surprise of the aristocracy, vote for the princess as their new leader. You are correct to feel passionate about your position. Follow your instincts, for you know intuitively what is right for you. You're being guided to listen to your intuition. Follow what you're passionate about. Being authentic, taking a stand for yourself, being acknowledged, feeling ostracized by family and friends, right? So you may be feeling ostracized by your family and friends. In other words, they could be criticizing you. They could be, you know, yeah, criticizing you, playing the victim because they're angry. Follow your passion, being authentic, being emotionally centered, strong feminine energy, a happy outcome, passionate bravery, and loyalty. So you have a strong feminine ancestor who is around you, right? That is guiding you. They're walking with you, telling you you're the victim of some sort of magic that they did in the past, possibly moon magic. And this is the way to free yourself, is to be authentic and stand up for yourself, right? So this is somebody who thought, that they had some sort of loyalty, or like like dog loyal energy, dog master energy, so to speak, right? Let's read the service card with the heart chakra. So this is representing your heart chakra. This is the wisdom you need to know about your heart chakra. I attract to you whatever you desire if you give up your desire. I attract to you whatever you desire if you give up your desire. So attraction. Hattie Adams loved her 3 children very much and had a rewarding family life, though sometimes she regretted never finding a career outside the home. At the end of her life, she realizes that this failure was not a failure at all. She achieved something more important, passing on a legacy of service to her daughter, Franny. Being a mother is a great accomplishment. Wait a minute. Are you seeing your life as it really is? But we may wish things to be different. We often create just what we need. This is an opportunity to look at where you are today, give up what you think you deserve, and start being of service. Favoritism, unwillingness to compromise values, finding contentment, the joy of service, and precious memories, compassion, loyalty, and strength. So you need to be content with memories here, because you're passing down a legacy here. Through breaking this generational curse, you're actually passing down a legacy to your children, your grandchildren, right? For some of you, you could be becoming a mother. Remember, you had somebody who was trying to ostracize you and criticize you. the princess here talks about like when you're a prince or a princess, that means you are like royalty. You're chosen, right? You chose to come down here. You chose to come down and break this curse. But some, and I myself, I'm guilty of it. I will say it. I play the victim because it's like, why do I have to go through this, right? Why have I been through everything that I have been through? But what I need to realize is now I see it, right? Now I see it as an adult and going through what I've been through as, okay, just like I'm telling you, I'm here to break generational curses, just like you all are. Um, Air signs. So perseverance. So, and this is talking about relationships. The lesson card, the wisdom that you need in this lesson when it comes to relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good, right? So this is the wisdom of this major lesson that you're learning. Don't quit before the miracle. Shannon's carrot-colored cloak is a gift from a famous stage actress, and she wears it always as a symbol of her own talent. One day, frustrated by the sacrifices she has made, right? The sacrifice, so somebody could have tried to sacrifice you. In her long pursuit of success, Shannon throws off the cloak and gives up her acting career. The great goddess tries to convince Shannon to put the cloak back on and stay the course, but she doesn't listen. Just around the corner, had she persevered, was great success. When we do our chosen work, we are serving the highest good order. If we stop, we upset the universal balance. What we work towards will materialize. You may not see it, but it lies ahead. A breakthrough, breaking through, unseen help at work, feeling taken for granted, overcoming doubts. So this talks about the lesson of being taken for granted by people. People who have sidetracked you. People who do not see your value. This is a major thing. People acting like they care, but they don't. People who act like they're a victim, but they're not. So this is a lesson of why you attract people into your life and how you attract them. When you are in this energy of victim, you attract victim people to you. You can't fix people. People have to fix themselves. Okay? Wow. Alrighty. So let's move on. So give me some energy. Give me some more on this creation and insecurity. Creation. Give me a card for creation, for fulfillment. The Hierophant. So this is somebody who's very stubborn. Somebody who's a non-traditional. So this person, this ancestor, could have been in some sort of a coven as well. This ancestor could have been using religion, right, as well for some of you. The Hierophant card in reverse is all about the structure of a situation. So there's definitely a crack in somebody's structure because of some sort of attachment, a spiritual attachment. Somebody's marriage as well could have been like somebody could have got a divorce. And somebody's mother could have did some sort of a spiritual ritual, attached this demon to their kid. It also talks, possession. I'm telling you. Nine of Swords. Look, Nine of Swords in reverse. The crown chakra. Yeah, so in reverse, this is good because there's no anxiety. Letting go of that mental anxiety, right? Letting go of the nightmares. So somebody could have had a lot of nightmares, or somebody could have had a nightmare about a demon. Look, sacral chakra. They could have had it, you know, since they were a kid, right? They could have been seeing it in their dreams. All right, insecurity. Can I have a card for insecurity when it comes to this rainbow demon? I don't know why when I say rainbow demon, I think of the group Dio, Princess of Cups. So something was fishy. The Princess of Cups in reverse talks about not inviting this demon. Like somebody did not invite this demon. Somebody also could have thought something was fishy. See, it talks about the heart space. This represents Pisces, by the way. So somebody either didn't get invited or did not accept an invitation. Something about maybe they didn't accept an invitation into a coven or a cult or a secret society. So somebody could have did something to get initiated into this, or they were invited and didn't accept it. Five of Swords, Six of Swords. So 11 could be significant. So the Five of Swords in reverse talks about somebody who wanted to win at all cost. But the Six of Swords talks about moving on from this toxicity, moving on from this toxic emotion of trying to get revenge, trying to, you know, maybe trying to ruin somebody's reputation here. Somebody who's spying, lying, gossiping. Somebody who, you know, I don't know. Somebody playing the victim with the Five of Swords. Somebody who likes to play the victim, like I'm the victim of something. The victim mentality, because Pisces can say that. Pisces people have a tendency to play the victim. And I feel like that's what they did. They played the victim with the Five of Swords. Went around telling everybody, oh, I'm the victim, right? I'm the victim of this. I'm the victim of that. I'm the victim of, you know, some sort of a coven. They tried to invite me or initiate me in, but, you know, I didn't accept their invite. I decided to move on because I seen that this was toxic for somebody out there. Yeah, Eight of Swords. Somebody likes to play mind games. Somebody likes to play mind games. Because this talks about being possessed. See? Being possessed. Insecurities. Somebody being possessed with a Hierophant in reverse. Somebody who has low self-esteem. Somebody who does not value anything. Somebody who does, you know, somebody who, because it talks about being criticized, right? Ostracized from the family. Somebody who was doted, but yet stubborn. Somebody's very stubborn here. All right, give me the Princess of Cups, or it'd be the Page of Cups here with the Demon in reverse. Seven of Wands. Somebody was spiritually attacked, right? Somebody was attacked by this coven. Somebody violated somebody's boundaries and attacked them. They didn't invite them in. Somebody violated somebody's boundaries here. 5 and a 7, 57. And it was this Princess of Cups. They didn't invite them in. This person sent this Pisces individual set this demon, and it violated somebody's spiritual boundaries. And that's exactly what I feel. This demon violated somebody's spiritual boundaries here. To play on their insecurities. They could have been doing root work on them. So they made them, like, they felt like they were the master, right? They were the master and somebody was the dog here. Like they, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the Pisces individuals, that I'm telling you, they're playing the victim. They did something to play the victim. They could have did some sort of a ritual and called in somebody's ancestors, took them to spiritual court, and played the victim. But in all actuality, the truth is that they violate somebody's boundaries. Somebody is very defensive, right? Very defensive. Oh, I'm the victim, right? Now they could be on their deathbed and wanting to come clean about the situation. So he attracted this individual to them, right? For a reason. All right, so yeah, the Emperor. So remember, I did say about somebody getting a... So somebody's father figure could be involved in a situation, but this rules Aries. So Aries, see his wand, right? With the female in the background. Look at this. See, does it just look like a young couple? Right? How he's looking back at this female, maybe the mother figure, right? And then look at this card. See how he's standing there or sitting there on his throne, and look at that female in the background looking at him, and he's not even paying attention. So this definitely could be your mother and your father for somebody here. So somebody may not even be wanting to look back at the situation. I just noticed that, like, this is a younger couple and this is an older man. The Emperor talks about somebody who is, it can be somebody who has a bad attitude, but it talks about somebody identifying with who they are, having spiritual authority, right? Speaking the truth. Look at that. This is somebody who's very mature. Somebody could have blue hair or purple hair. Yeah, the Fool. So a new beginning. See, it could be significant. And then you have the King of Wands and the Two of Wands. Somebody made a decision here. The Queen of Wands or King of Wands. Somebody made a decision And then look, the Queen of Wands. So we have the King and the Queen of Wands here. Teaming up together. Right? A manipulative, and this is somebody who, a manipulative individual. Two fiery energies. Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Strong Aries and Leo coming through here. Who made some sort of a decision to come together, right, with the World card. But a cycle is completed. Has somebody seen through the situation? Something about their kid or past life coming through here. And the repetitive patterns being handed down through generations. Some sort of a fight or argument. Look, High Priestess. Somebody abused their psychic powers or abused their magical powers with the King and the Queen here, right? Because the Two of Wands talks about making a decision. Coming together, two people who share the same vision to manipulate somebody's energy. Two people teaming up together. All right, clarify service with the heart space. Yeah, Four of Wands. Absolutely. So we got coming through here. 4-4 is significant. 44 could be significant. 8 could be significant. But the Four of Wands talks about celebration. It talks about maybe celebrating something at home. It talks about the two wands that I said, the two fire signs coming together, twin flames. Somebody's on a twin flame journey, air signs. You chose to come down here on a twin flame journey to go through this darkness of the soul. Because this is all about relationships. All about it. Marriage, relationship, stability. But it also represents the twin flames. See how she's walking down through those flames? But she's not getting burnt. So, opening up your heart and being of service. Some of you may be meant to be like a death doula, a birth doula, a doula of some sort, death or birth, or both. I don't really know. It's kind of like a newfound name for a midwife kind of situation. So I'm talking about air signs who are on a twin flame journey. A celebration at home. Okay. Give me about the victim mentality, the Fool. With the victim. So the Fool card talks about new beginnings, taking that leap of faith, right? Trusting that you're being guided. You're being guided to have a leap of faith here. To do something that you are very passionate about. So somebody could have been crying wolf, right? Being a clown. Let me see something here. Victim. With the Fool card. I am not a victim. I choose to do what I am doing. Yeah, asked to come down here on a twin flame journey. So somebody made an honest assessment here. Realized that they asked to come down here and do this at this particular time for this particular reason. And it was, again, to break generational curses. And somebody violated somebody's spiritual boundary and went on a defense due to some sort of insecurity in their heart space. Right? Somebody could, again, be possessed. Nine of Cups and Judgment. So somebody could be under judgment. The Nine of Cups in reverse talks about you're being called to heal those inner child wounds. Is what I feel. You're being called to heal those inner child wounds. Searching, because the Nine of Swords talks about searching within self. Learning that you don't need somebody else's, this is like that codependent energy that I was talking about. You don't need somebody else to be fulfilled. Look, the three people, and look in the center is that Emperor. Look, and then here's this dude, right there, looking over at the Emperor. Then you got this female looking over at the Emperor. See how these pictures look the same? So somebody's mother or father could have been in a third-party situation, or they could have very well been in a coven or a secret society of some sort. And they could have summoned this demon. So the Nine of Cups attached to their child. So the Nine of Cups in reverse talks about you don't needing somebody else's love to be fulfilled. But it's in reverse. So you're being called to assess the relationships that you have with other people. Why do you attract people to you that you always give your love to them, but it's not reciprocated, right? It's like a one-sided love relationship. This is somebody who has somebody who's very codependent. So you are being called here, 144. You are being called here, air signs, to assess this sacral chakra, to assess these adversaries and the challenges that the challenges you with opening yourself up to being intimate, when it comes to opening yourself up to needing somebody else's love to be fulfilled. You're also being called to assess some sort of an inner child wound. Why do you always feel drained? Why don't you trust your intuition? Why you always give up right before you're about to succeed something? Could also be talking about intimacy. Passion. Passion. Give me a card for passion. Three of Wands in reverse. So the Three of Wands in reverse talks about an opportunity that passed by, right? Giving your power away, opportunity, and letting it pass by, like letting something pass you by, something that you're passionate about. I quietly sizzle and shine. So it's like you don't trust instincts. So something passed you by because it was not right for you. Somebody could have ostracized you and like tried to take something that was yours. So for some of you, you could have stood up for yourself and did what was right for you. And your family, right? Your family judged you. Oh, this person's better than us, right? This person's better than us. So, yeah, so an opportunity passed you by. You did what you thought you was right for you, and you let something pass you by. So this does talk about the solar plexus. Remember, you having some sort of an attachment to your solar plexus, feeling powerless, always in this pessimistic attitude, feeling insecure, feeling powerless. Somebody trying to manipulate your free will. Solar plexus is your life force energy. So something has been siphoning your life force energy. So we do talk about the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. Finding that balance, right? Learning to trust your instincts, that maybe what was meant for you passed you by for a reason. Because maybe it wasn't meant for you to have it for some of it out there. But definitely being divinely guided, right? I'm always missing an opportunity. I'm the victim because I'm always missing an opportunity here. When is it going to be my turn, right? 10 of Wands. Somebody who's always attracting people to them that do not value them. This is somebody who's always a people pleaser. Can't please everybody, right? You know, trying to please somebody. This Knight of Wands. Player energy. So this player energy, this person could be going around telling everybody, oh, so and so a people pleaser. They're always out there spreading their, their love to other people, right? This is a player who has tried to, um, has created challenges because they didn't want you to achieve something. They didn't want you to achieve a goal. This is somebody who tried to say that they were your twin flame. This is a false twin flame. Strong Leo energy who was running their freaking lips, going around telling everybody that you were out there people pleasing. In other words, sexually. This person's possessed. Possibly because, again, you didn't accept their invite for sex. You turned them down. You rejected them. And they went on a defense. Now it's making sense. So they played the victim and tried to make you look like a fool. Saying that you were out there, you know, share that love with everybody but them. Have you ever turned down a relationship or denied somebody to sleep in your bed and the first thing they want to do is call you names? Right? Leave me a comment, leave me a heart or a something in the comment section if you have experienced this. You've turned down somebody's offer for sex, and the first thing that they want to do because they got rejected is ruin your reputation, call you all kinds of names, say you're out there, being a hoe and a slut, and you're out there giving it up to everybody. You're out there, spreading it around. I'm sure you've experienced it because you rejected their advances and they wanted to get even. This is somebody who violated your spiritual boundaries and went on the defense. The victim. I'm the victim. tried to make you look foolish. They did this to get into, this is somebody who I feel wanted in a coven or was part of a coven. All right, perseverance in relationships. Can I have a card for perseverance in relationships? The Knight of Cups. This was a womanizer who was spreading a lot of rumors, lies around you, trying to ruin your reputation. A womanizer. So you attract womanizers to you because you think you can fix them. You attract womanizers to you because you have your own insecurity and fear of intimacy. You don't feel secure within yourself. Again, this is breaking a generational curse of a lust demon is what I feel. A lust demon. This is what you are, the curse that you are breaking, which makes perfect sense because biological mother, she, let me tell you, I will just tell you like this. She did a lot of bad things. That's why she visits me in my dreams. That's why she's in purgatory. Because she did a lot of bad things. She had a lust demon attached to her. Yep. She absolutely did. So you are attracting people to you to break that generational curse. To learn, right? To learn your lesson. You wake up and realize what you do want in a relationship and what you don't want in a relationship. Twin flames. So it's not always about, love, a divine counterpart. It's about self-love. It's about learning lessons. It's about going through that dark night of the soul. It's about, it's about your death rebirth, right? Being within thyself, being in a relationship, learning how to be in a relationship with yourself, learning your value, learning your self-worth, right? Seeing people who do not value your love, like this Knight of Cups, who does not value somebody's love. They accept it and then they dump it out or throw it back in their face. And then they move on to the next woman. Somebody who is non-committal. Somebody who knows, somebody who's very charming. Somebody who knows how to charm the pants off of women. But they're non-committal. And this is why you've attracted these people to you, is because of this. It is insecurity. Somebody is insecure about their body, insecure about their looks, right? This person has a demon. They have an attachment to them. And you are here to break this attachment, to break this curse. All right. Final message before we move into, reading took a really long time. Final message. Yeah. High Priestess and the Hermit. So the High Priestess in reverse talks about somebody who's very abusive. Somebody who abuses their power. Somebody who abuses their magic. Somebody who could have worked with a Virgo individual, a fellow earth sign. Right? To attach, violate somebody's boundary and attach something. So the High Priestess in reverse is somebody who's a hidden enemy. Somebody who could be a secret mistress. Somebody likes to be, somebody who's in third-party situations. Right? Somebody who likes to secretly be in third-party situations. Somebody's side piece. Somebody's mistress. This also could be somebody who's in a same-sex relationship. So the Virgo energy, this is solar plexus energy. So the Virgo energy in the upright position talks about somebody who would rather be single than be somebody's side piece. Somebody who would rather be single and alone than be in a relationship with somebody who is always um, in a third party situation. So this is a hidden enemy that you turned your back to and decided you wanted to walk your path alone. You would rather be alone than be abused by the individual who likes to verbally manipulate individuals, emotionally manipulate individuals by crying victim. Oh, I'm the victim of somebody's, I'm the victim of this womanizer. I'm the victim of, because I'm in a third party situation. I'm a mistress. This could be somebody who is a secret, like they're secret, like secretly bisexual, a secret side piece, or somebody who is secretly in a coven, hiding the truth. 29 could be significant. 92 could be significant. 11 could be significant. So this is about no longer giving your power away to people who do not value you, who abuse you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. People who like to abuse their magic, abuse their psychic powers to manipulate. So this person was a lesson, and this is why they crossed your path. This also could talk about the north and the south nodes. I don't know if they rolled over into Aquarius yet. Yeah. Seven of Cups. Somebody who come into your dreams. Played a lot of mind games with you to keep you in this energy of procrastination from making a choice. They also could have tried to unalive you with magic. Unalive you with magic. Somebody who abused their magical abilities. Who come into your dreams to try to unalive you. To take your destiny. Used all of their tools. Played a lot of mind games with you. Wanted to keep you in this energy of confusion. Wanted to emotionally manipulate you, right? Something about destiny, walking on your journey, your destined journey. See how she's laying there with her eyes open? She's just laying there. This to me looks like somebody who's dead. Somebody tried to make you look like a fool. Tried to ostracize you from your family. But see, the thing is that they did something foolish. Alright. Air signs. Yeah, boredom. They did it because they were bored. Spiritual teacher. They thought that they could teach you a lesson. Because they were bored. They thought they had, unconditional love, divine mother. Somebody's mother warned them, though. Solitude, higher self. Look, solitude. So you were being protected from this individual. So the divine was protecting you. Somebody is getting disciplined. See the God? Somebody is getting disciplined for denying something, and they're getting an epiphany here. Yeah. So, for some sort of loss. Could be losing their gifts. Right? Loss of an invention. Pleasure in this. Something about the physical body. So somebody is definitely getting disciplined. Again, somebody could be getting the fear of God within them. They're getting enlightened for their two-faced situation here. A wolf in sheep's clothing. Another 4. Look. 1, 4, 4. You can't make this up. Where's it at? 1, 4, 4. That means you're a chosen one. 33, 22. Master numbers. Tedium, disappointment, emptiness, frustration. Life is relatively stable and calm now. And yes, you've achieved a certain degree of predictability and comfort on a day-to-day basis. Predictability, daily routine. So some of you may need to change up your daily routine because this is, you're too predictable, right? You're too predictable. However, something is lacking in a way of fulfillment. Your spiritual teachers gather to respond to this emptiness. They gently remind you that there's more to your life than you're presently expressing and are calling on you. Remember, 144, they're calling on you to remember your soul's commitments of purpose and contribution to your fellow human beings. You're in your North Node. You need to answer some sort of a calling and step into your leadership power. And they're nudging you to remember your commitments, your soul's commitments as a twin flame. You're here to service humanity. They confirm what you already know in your heart chakra, open. Focusing on your interests alone will not fill the void. Trust these beautiful guides as they lovingly urge you to open your heart and share your time and gifts with others. They wisely counsel you that the restlessness, emptiness, and boredom you feel isn't the result of something missing from your life or something you've yet to attain, but rather it's a reaction of unexpressed talent, creativity, and love in your heart, things your soul longs to give. Your spirit teachers invite you to take advantage of your present peace and certainty and use your good fortune to involve yourself with those who are still struggling. For example, take a friend to lunch, help an elderly neighbor, volunteer at a literacy support organization, or spend more time with lonely relatives. Your spirit teacher's message: give more and your emptiness will subside. Unconditional love, Divine Mother. Acceptance, fulfillment, nurturing, and affection. You're a precious child of the universe. The Divine Mother is present, urging you to open your heart and drink from her cup of unconditional love, right? And we started off with that. Any ancestor, a mother figure. It could be apologizing for creating this challenge for you. You're her beloved and treasured child. Feel her endless flow of divine love streaming towards you. Any self-rejection or self-criticism you may be feeling at this time are wounds afflicted upon you by an unconscious world, and they are not part of your divine soul. The Divine Mother is working with your soul to relieve you of these psychic injuries and doubts. Let her restore you to wholeness. Divine Mother's counsel: accept what is holy and true about you. You are a lovable and much loved child of the universe. The Divine Mother's love is available to you in all ways. Accept, breathe, relax, and allow her nurturing vibrations to soothe your soul. Ask her to still your doubts and insecurities. The Divine Mother's message to you: you are forever my beautiful and beloved child. I told you, this is somebody, this could be your parent, grandparent, somebody along them lines, an ancestor, absolutely. All right. So, yeah, be of service by sharing unconditional love out into the universe. Okay? That is what I feel. That's why maybe you are seeing this passed over loved one in your dreams. And that is her message coming into your crown chakra. You have a destiny to fulfill, air signs. You have a destiny to fulfill. You already have everything you need within you. So don't allow doubt to blow out that flame. Okay?